Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be getting into messages from your spirit guides. As you can see, I am doing things a little different for this reading, and I'm going to involve my other two oracle decks. I know I don't usually use them, but I thought, this will be a good opportunity to use them since we're getting messages and I haven't really gotten messages in a while. So I did pre-shuffle those, and then after we get into the oracle cards, we're going to get into the tarot, just like usual. Getting a little tongue-tied. But yeah, so that's what we're doing today. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I have 3 groups, and I will be inserting a picture of just the crystals so that you can pause and meditate on which group is your group, okay? Announcement before we get into the piles, however. Announcement. I feel like I'm so tongue-tied today, and I don't know why, but I am going to be doing a live reading tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and it will be an 18-plus reading, so make sure to tune in if you haven't been able to catch a live. This time, I feel like this live is going to be better than my other lives, so make sure to tune in. We're going to have some fun with that. But yeah, anyway, let's just get into the groups because I feel like I'm ready. I hate doing the intros, really, I really do. But anyway, let's get into the groups. So group 1 is this clear quartz. Group 2 is the amethyst, and group 3 is a black tourmaline. Is this black tourmaline? Yeah, this is a black tourmaline. Okay. Yes, so group 1, group 2, group 3. As always, the timestamps for each group will be in the description box below. Hi, group 1. I am super excited for your reading. Okay, you've chosen the clear quartz. Let me just take a sip of my coffee. All right, so good. So, my group 1s, let's look at your oracle cards. What do your spirit guides want to tell you? I will probably have to look at these little books because I haven't used these in a while, so forgive me. So we have indecision. Indecision. We have gold spectrum. And we have Gaia. Wisdom, knowledge, spiritual understanding. Okay. I do feel like the only one I'll have to read are probably these cards. But yeah, so this indecision here, I'm getting a feeling that a lot of you are lost. A lot of you in this group feel lost right now. You feel like your mind feels clouded or cluttered. There seems to just be too many options, right? And none of them feel, it's either none of the options feel good, or you're feeling as though you don't have enough time or space to really make a decision the best way you know how. You know what I mean? You could feel rushed even, some of you. I'm just feeling some sudden anxiety here. And I also am getting this feeling that you feel like you're in this by yourself, okay? You feel alone, right? Whatever you're struggling with, whatever you're struggling to make a decision about, you feel like you're in this by yourself. And, man, I feel you. I feel you, group 1. But with this Gaia card, I feel like you're being called to I don't want to say go with the flow, but definitely you're being guided to have faith in the natural order of things. You know what I'm saying? like you might be feeling the stress because you're trying to approach it from a place of control. How can you control these elements? How can you control these problems or whatever? And you know what I'm saying, like very fix it Felix type of energy. And that's frustrating you because some of these things can't be fixed in the ways that you know how to fix them, or you're used to fixing them. These things can't be you can't handle these situations the way that you're used to doing it. It's not going to work, right? You're being called to take a more step back type of approach. Like, I don't want to say passive, but more like, yeah, like just a more gentler approach where you take a step back, you know what I'm saying? And you focus on what you can control, and you leave the things that you can't control. You know what I'm saying? The things that you can have control over and that you can manipulate. You know what I'm saying? Put energy towards that and learn to work with the things that you can't control. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at all these branches here, how they are integrated, how they work around each other, right? Learn how to work with your environment instead of against it, you know? But let me read what this gold spectrum says, because I do not know. And then we'll get into your tarot. Okay, gold spectrum, wisdom, inner acknowledgement, inner knowing, gratitude, appreciation, value. Right? Wisdom, inner acknowledgement, wisdom, knowledge, gratitude, appreciation, right? This is, yeah, okay, so, right, this is, I'm getting also like, with this gratitude, right? Appreciate what you do have, right? I feel like that goes hand in hand with focusing on what you can control versus what you can't control, right? And instead of focusing on what you don't have and what you aren't getting and where you're not at, put your energy towards where you are in the present and what you do have, and focus on utilizing those things. How can you use what is already at your disposal? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, there's this quote I want to quote, but I forgot the exact words. But it's definitely about, what is, like a magician, for example. A magician is not just somebody who conjure up things out of nowhere. No, the magician is somebody who is resourceful, who uses the tools at his disposal, right? That's why he has his table in front of him with this cup and he has all his tools there. He uses the tools that he has. He uses the resources he has and makes something out of that. That is resourcefulness, right? And so in a sense, that is being appreciative of what is in front of you. That is working with your environment. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's where the gratitude is coming from. I feel like you might be having a lot of indecision and frustration because you might just need to take some time and slow down, right? Slow down and really appreciate where you are and figure out what that is. All right, but let's get into your tarot because we are talking for a very long time. I want to get into this one first. All right, we have 10 of Wands. Uh-oh. Alright, I have the Magician here. We were just talking about the Magician and the 8 of Wands. Okay. The 3 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Wonder why? I do think this is about opportunities, well, yes, with the Eight of Pentacles, at the Eight of Wands here, right? But I think this is really about your mental state. I feel like they're telling you that, you might right now be feeling like you're putting in a lot of work and getting very little in return, okay? You might feel like you're doing a lot and not much is coming of it, or you're moving slowly towards your goals. You might feel like you're not progressing fast enough, right? But either way, you feel like you're putting in a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? You're putting in a lot of work, and you're not sure if it's paying off. But I feel like they're telling you that it is going to pay off, right? Because this Eight of Wands is here, right? It is going to pay off. But they're telling you that also with this Magician here, they're trying to tell you that there's something that you need to do more of. There's something here that you're not doing more of, and you need to. It's like with this Magician, there's something in your space. There's something that you're not utilizing, but once you start utilizing that, these opportunities are going to start coming in, okay? Okay, we have a King of Cups. Interesting. Alright, we have two cards here. Seven of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Oh, and a Queen of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to put this here next to this Gaia, right? Because this has a lot to do with your sense of stability, right? Where do you fit into the world? Okay? You're trying to find where you fit into the world, right? Your physical place. And so this, I feel like this encompasses everything about you. This encompasses, where are you going in life? What is your career? How do you look? How do you present yourself, right? You're trying to figure out who you are in this world. And you're putting in a lot of this work, and you're not really seeing a lot of return, right? And I don't know what that means. That could mean anything, because there's so many people this could be reaching, but you don't feel like you're seeing enough reward for your hard work. You could be doing things, you could be feeling like you're doing everything the right way, the way people say you should be doing it, and you're not feeling that fulfillment. You know what I'm saying? Or, I don't know, you might just feel disillusioned with something that you've been working on because the progress is slow. I'm hearing that you need to stay the course. For a lot of you, you are doing something that you truly enjoy and that truly makes you happy, okay? Right? You're focused on something, you're pursuing something that you really truly enjoy, and it'll make you very happy. Okay? So you're being asked to stay the course. You're being asked to stay the course. Right? You're also being called stubborn, all right? But your spirit guides are saying, channel that stubbornness towards this, okay? And I'm hearing something about help, taking some help or collaborating even, right, with this King of Cups and then this Three of Cups here, collaborating, new connections even. But it's saying like, channel that stubbornness towards this goal, but allow yourself to work differently. Right? Allow yourself to work differently. Because there's something that you're not seeing. There's something that you could be doing differently and or better, right? But you're not doing it because you don't see it yet. You could be an earth sign. I could see that. With possibly some fire placements. Or vice versa, like a fire sign with a lot of earth placements. But yes, that's what I'm getting here for you today, group 2. I mean, group 1. I don't know. Might be. But yes, this is what I have for you today, group 1. If this resonated, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if you'd like, you can definitely leave a comment. I would really appreciate that. And if you'd like to be notified whenever I post new videos, go ahead and subscribe and ring that notification bell. And I will see y'all at the next reading. Bye. Welcome to your reading. Let me take a sip of my coffee. All right. Let's see, what are the messages from your spirit guides? First of all, you guys have 2 of my Pear Tree Oracle deck cards, which y'all are the only group that had got 2 of those. So good for you, hopefully. I'm just joking. All right, we have Mistrust, Farewells, Elemental Magic, and Ganesha. Clearing away obstacles, protection, guidance. Clearing away obstacles, protection, guidance. Well, obviously this is about getting rid of something, but let me look up this Elemental Magic card. Elemental Magic. Oh, Archangel Ariel. Archangel Ariel. All right. Journey with me through the elements and harness their power, strength, and vitality. Stand solid and reach out to meet your full potential. You are a master creator with elemental magic. Interesting. Huh. All right. This is what I think your spirit guides want you to know. They're telling you that it's time to release something, right? And I feel like for many of you, this could be a connection. This is a connection or a type of connection that you are kind of stuck with, or, you know, very consistent about. But it's because there's something about this type of connection that is keeping you from growing, and possibly because of Now, I do believe that for some of you, this person or these people are not trustworthy, right? In a very intentional way, right? These could be people that lie to you or constantly betray you or just don't respect you. And it could also be people who are jealous of you, low key, or simply just want something that you have, all right? But there are others of you where I feel like it's more so that the energy in this connection takes from you, right? Whether that person is intentional or not, it could be, even like, and that can happen all the time where people, they are very absorbent of energy without even trying. It could be people who, have like pity parties, or people who just constantly need admiration. It could be just really anything, but there's something about this that is draining you. And I feel like with the mistrust card, it's trying to tell you that you, despite your good intentions, because as much as I feel like this card is about the other party not being trustworthy, I think it's equally about mistrusting, right? Giving trust when you should not. It's not really more so about whether the person, why the person is not trustworthy or should not be given the trust, but more so you learning who and what to trust, right? And so I feel like this is about you having good intentions, right? Being, open and allowing in whatever way that may be, but the connection is taking from you. You know what I'm saying? You need to be a bit more protective of your energy. And for many of you with the Sparrow Whale card, the right thing is distancing yourself from this thing. Getting rid of it, right? Protection, right? It's to protect your energy. It's to protect what it is that, is vulnerable in this situation. There's something about you that's vulnerable in this situation. Okay? And it's like, I'm looking at this word guidance now. It's to help direct you towards the path that you need to be on, right? Because if you're constantly being taken from, if you're being drained, how are you going to be able to, how are you going to be able to progress on the journey that you need to progress on, right? So this is to help further guide you, right? Guide you to where you need to be. Interesting, right? Clearing away obstacles. This see how she's holding this bunny thing or fox, looks like a fox or a dog or something, and she's also holding this bunny here. I feel like this is definitely about a connection with somebody that you care about, but it's blocking your progress. Okay, it's blocking your progress. It's a distraction, right? But anyway, let's get into the tarot. But let me. Okay, I'm just trying to sit comfortably. Ooh. Okay. Messages from Group 2 Spirit Guides. Nine of Cups. We have Wheel of Fortune. And the Queen of Swords, yes. Right? Because to me, the Queen of Swords is about boundaries. And we have strength, okay. Yeah, this is about you having boundaries and standing your ground, right? This is about you having the strength to walk alone and to not be codependent on others' presence, right? That you can progress in life even if it's just you on your team, all right? But yeah, with this Queen of Swords, I really see this is about you, being very serious about your boundaries, right? The Wheel of Fortune is also about taking control of your life, right? Remember we were talking about this redirection, guiding you, right? Helping to guide you back on track, to keep you on track. But I feel like this is about, basically your guides are trying to tell you that by getting rid of this connection, or distancing yourself from this connection, you're only going to give yourself an opportunity to all you're going to be doing is helping yourself get to that point where you can redirect your life, right? Like right now you might feel, if you're feeling pessimistic now, or feeling like, your life's not progressing or whatever, that it will progress once you do what is necessary, which is to cut off these things that are blocking you. You know what I mean? And that is requiring of this Queen of Swords energy. I feel like I'm not making sense, but please let me know if I'm making sense. But yet, you're going to need to be in this Queen of Swords energy in order to protect yourself, so that you can get to this Wheel of Fortune moment where you can turn that wheel yourself and, direct life. You know what I'm saying? And this Nine of Cups is about really self-fulfillment. It's really about being solo dolo. Happy, being more than happy by your damn self. Okay? And it's saying that you might fear, I really feel like your spirit guides, I feel like you might be afraid of that, right? You might be afraid of that moment, or you might be afraid, just feel apprehensive, like, can I really do it? Can I really be alone? And this could be applied to anything, whether it's moving or taking a new job or just approaching life differently, whatever. You have this worry that you're going to regret it. You're gonna regret stepping away from this. But they're trying to tell you that you won't regret it. You're going to be happy. You're going to be happy when you do step away from this. Did you notice how this card is the color of it matches the amethyst? Aw. Isn't that a nice, what is it called? Alignment. A nice little, color coordination. I love it. But yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Like, they're telling you, like, to be strong, right? With the Strength card, like, you're going to be okay. The Strength to me is always about faith. It's always about just having faith that the next step you take, your ankle will support that step. Like, you're just going to, hey, you can't, it's like you're not going to know if it works or doesn't work until you do it. So it's really just about saying, you know what, I'm brave enough and I have enough faith to just step out there. I'm going to be caught, I'm not going to fall. But let's get some more cards. Okay, we have Seven of Wands. Last group got Seven of Wands too. King of Pentacles, okay. Yes. And then we have the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I really feel like this is saying you'll be happier once you do it. That person that you want to be, you can be that person once you stand up for yourself, right? With the Seven of Wands. Once you put yourself first. Once you learn to prioritize yourself, you can be this King of Pentacles. I feel like that's what your spirit guides are saying. Like, yeah, you can be this, but you gotta do this first. You gotta take care of yourself first. You gotta figure out who you are outside of the pack first. And then you can step up and be this King of Pentacles. then you can be out here, Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands, pursuing what it is that you want to pursue. Then you can do that. When you have that security in yourself, when you have stepped into your power, when you are secure. This is really what it's about, being secure in yourself. Y'all are worried about, you know what I'm saying, being alone or doing things by yourself. And it's like they're trying to tell you, you need to be that person who can do things by themselves, who can walk alone, because most of life is walking alone. It just is what it is. Most of life is walking alone. So don't keep holding on. And I feel like you're holding on because it's familiar. It's familiar, and you feel safe, right? But it's keeping you from progressing. It's keeping you stuck. All right? You're not out here exploring, right? With this Knight of Wands, you're not out here taking life by the horns and going on adventures, and you know what I'm saying? You're not out here in Knight of Cups, you know, filling yourself with joy, and I don't know. I was trying to think of something really dramatic, but you get what I'm saying. So I feel like that's what your spirit guides are trying to tell you. Like, the sooner you step out of this codependent energy of being scared, of walking alone and doing things, and I feel like this can really apply to so many different situations. This could be very literally about doing things on your own. You might be somebody who just has that type of anxiety and constantly needs somebody to go with you here, do this with you. Or this could be about friendships, staying in a friend group or a friendship that is not serving you anymore, but for the status quo of it, because of the consistency of it, the comfort, it's, what is the word, like, the familiarity, the familiarity of it, This could be a wide array of things. This could be somebody staying in a relationship, or, you know what I'm saying? Either way, it's about being stuck in this stagnant place, because whatever connection this is, you feel is familiar and comfortable. And for many of you, you feel like it's easier to stay in this, but really it's because you have a fear of how you're gonna progress in life if you step away from it. Your spirit guides want you to know that you will progress just fine. You just gotta want to, right? And that's what this Seven of Wands is about. This standing your ground, putting yourself first. You have to want to you have to want that life. You have to want to be that person before you just become that person. You have to decide, I am, and then you will be, right? But that's all I have for you today, group 2. If you enjoyed this reading, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment. I would really appreciate it. And if you would like to be notified whenever I post new videos, go ahead and subscribe and ring that notification bell. I will see y'all at the next reading. Bye. Hi, group 3. Welcome to your reading. Let me just take a sip of my coffee and we'll get right into it. All right. What are the messages from your spirit guides, group 3? We have entrapment. The wild within. My goodness. Reflection. Illusion, self-examination, distortion. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. I want to just go ahead and say that group 3, I think it means something. I mean, so far I feel like each pile has definitely correlated with the stone that I picked. Okay, you guys chose the black tourmaline. To me, this means that, well, based off these cards as well, is that you are in a very fragile state spiritually, okay? There is something about yourself that you are not recognizing. And I feel like there's like a 50-50 split here. But overall, and I will explain the split in just a second, but overall I do feel like your spirit guides are trying to tell you that the way you see yourself is not how you are. It's not who you are. Okay? The way you see yourself is not the truth. There is something here where you are seeing yourself in a false light, and it is causing some mental distortion, right? It's causing a distortion here of your identity, of who you are. Okay? On one half, you see yourself as extremely less than you are, right? For some of you, you may even talk down to yourself at times, right? And it's because you feel that it's true. You feel like you deserve it. But that's not true, right? This is not who you are. And your spirit guides are trying to get you to understand that you are not this less than person, and that you are worthy of respect and consideration. And if you are talking down to yourself, that you should be the first one to treat you with kindness and respect. Out of everybody in the world, you are the first person who is expected to treat you with kindness and respect. You are the main person. And you are the only person whose opinion of you really does matter, to you at least. So you should be the one always to treat yourself with consideration and respect. The other half of you, you could be, I'm getting a narcissistic bunch, and so this is, if that doesn't resonate with you, then don't take it. It doesn't have to be super extreme, but there is a group of you here that could be seeing yourself as better than, or like pedestalizing yourself, okay, in a way that, there's nothing wrong with confidence, but I do feel like there is a specific message for someone that it's this idealization of yourself is causing you to act in ways that are truly not a reflection of who you are, okay? And I mean that in the best way possible, right? There are ways that you're acting that are not a reflection of who you are, okay? And these actions are caused by this perception of yourself. There's a distortment, okay? And like I said, there's a very small group that needs to hear that this is getting into narcissistic territory. Somebody need to hear that. My apologies. But for the rest of you, right, actually, I think for all of you with this self-examination card, you're constantly picking yourself apart. You are your biggest critic. You're constantly picking yourself apart. You're constantly judging yourself based off standards that no other person is even considering. But the major theme here is that it is eating away at your mind, okay? It's eating away at your mind. I dare say that some of you may even need to get therapy, right? For others of you, I would recommend journaling or some type of journaling exercise where you actively, speak good things about yourself, okay? Or when you have these negative thoughts, that you write them down and you examine them and you go out of your way to determine, like, are these true or false, right? But anyway, let's get into the tarot. I'm getting a lot just from them 3 cards, but let's get into the tarot. What's the messages from Group 3 Spirit Guides? And this doesn't just have to do with looks either. This doesn't have to do with just looks or any physical attribute. This could be how you view your mind. Do you think you're dumb? Do you think you're smarter than everybody? Anything. All right, we have Queen of Swords here. I'm seeing somebody pushing others away. Three of Swords. Shh. Ace of Wands. We have the Lovers here at the bottom of the deck. I see. Interesting. The Lovers. I feel like you're pushing. There's a story here of somebody pushing people away. Okay? Pushing people away because either of a past heartbreak. Yeah, because of a past heartbreak. Alright? And there's this fear of that starting again, or like something like that. It's like a fear that of having something like that again because you felt weak and vulnerable, right? Because you got hurt, okay? And so it's leading, so because of this, okay, and so now it's like this behavior, right? This behavior, remember I was saying, like, it's causing you to act in ways that aren't really a reflection of who you are, right? And by that, people all the time do and say things that we feel aren't really who we are, but in that moment, in that mindset, we, did it, right? And so I feel like because of where your mindset is now, it's causing you to act in ways that pushes people away. It pushes these new connections away. And these are connections that really you do want to experience. You do really want. But you're not seeing how this behavior is pushing away these opportunities. But I also feel like this behavior, the way you're seeing yourself, has a lot to do with other past connections, possibly ones where you got your heart broken or you were rejected or something, and it's causing you to see yourself in ways that are distorted and are going to further isolate you, is what I'm saying. Get some more messages. Oh, my hand is cramping. All right, we have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, lots of swords. This, I definitely feel like this has a lot to do with how you speak to yourself. How do you communicate to yourself and others? Especially about yourself. What do you say to others about you? You know? I feel like this is a very self-deprecating pile. Okay? Ten of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. So we have Knight of Swords, Magician, Page of Wands. Well, first, your spirit guides want you to know that what happened in the past is in the past. It's over. All right? It's over and done with. And so you don't need to, they're basically saying you don't need to keep dwelling on it. You know what I mean? You don't need to keep beating yourself up about it. Like, that's over. It's in the past. They're basically saying, like, with this Knight of Swords and Magician, kind of in this sequence, I feel like they're saying, like, go ahead and take advantage of the now. Take advantage of these connections now, right? And see where they lead. See where they go. Don't let this pessimism from the past and don't let this negative attitude cloud your mind so much that you miss out on these opportunities, right? Like, you're never going to be younger than you are in that exact moment. So just, you know, see what happens. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, that past situation didn't pan out how you wanted to, or it was disappointing or whatever. But that doesn't mean every situation is going to be like that. And it also doesn't mean that you're always going to be in that same situation. You're in a different situation now, so treat it like it. And, you know what I'm saying? Move quickly and take advantage of these opportunities. I feel like you probably get like people try and talk to you all the time. You know what I'm saying? Or there's somebody specific who's trying to talk to you, but you're in your headspace is so clouded with this negative mindset that it's like your spirit guides are really telling you, like, don't push people away. Like, don't let this attitude that you have right now push people away. Don't let this be, you know what I'm saying? Don't let this make life, like, not fun for you. Okay? But anyway, that's kind of all I have for you today, Group 3. I really hope this resonated. I feel like this was such a specific message, but I just deliver what I feel is the message. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, if you enjoyed this reading, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment. And if you would like to be notified whenever I post new videos, go ahead and subscribe and ring that notification bell. I will see y'all at the next reading.